run some polls in the meantime. Okay, so welcome everybody to today's webinar. Let me just share a little more about what we do while people are still streaming in. Okay, and in the meantime, for those who have attended regularly, welcome back. And today I do see quite a few new names, so I just want to put a quick poll here to find out if it is your first time attending. Okay, so just a summary of what we're going to do each day. We run this webinar every day at 11 a.m., going through a specific currency pair for each day. So Monday, we have the Australian and Kiwi dollar. Tuesday, we have the euro. Today, Wednesday, we are going through the pound. Thursday, we have Japanese yen and gold. And finally, Friday, we have Canadian dollar and oil. Okay, so today, Jin will be talking about pound. And as he will be going through the different time frames, long and short term, this webinar will be very beneficial to long-term investors as well as short-term traders. He will be going through what could move prices, some possible trade ideas, and highlighting the potential targets and risks. Just as a disclaimer, any information shared here is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinions and views of Jin. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering the trade. So right now we have still waiting for about 8 more people to fill in the poll. Okay, we just want to know if it is your first time joining us. I see quite a few new names today. And yeah, in the meantime, my name is Jonathan. Okay, I've known Jin for 4 years as well, together with my partners. And I started off as a student and then as a trader and now a business partner. Okay, Jin has really helped in trading consistently as well as providing opportunities in business. And yeah, Jin runs two sides of things. One is the LCMS traders. This is where our trainings, trainings are usually conducted. And the other is Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account service where he trades for clients and currently at an AUM of over USD 7 million. Right. Apart from that, he has also been invited to speak on many stages globally. Okay, and I'm sure some of you have are here because you have seen him at some event somewhere. And yep, so I'm just going to do a last poll before I hand over to Jin. Okay, just to find out how did you guys get to know about our webinar. So once we get all the responses, I think Jin will take over and go through the pound for today.
All right. So, okay, most of you are Trader Club members, one friend share, 50-50 from Telegram and Traders Club. So, you know, I am also, I've got my phone right here. I am also on Instagram Live. We can't get Facebook Live running on the Zoom call. I have no idea why. So what we're doing today, we're looking at the pound. Not much happening in terms of the pound today or the next, you know, coming up today. But I wanted to touch, so this is actually really important because tomorrow we have a Bank of England interest rate decision and also policy meeting and policy review. So, you know, that's going to be possibly quite a could be quite a high impact news, but I'll tell you more about why I'm not super excited about it at this point in time. All right, so for those of you on the call right now, if you have any questions, do put it into the chat function there, or you know, feel free to at any pauses unmute yourself and ask a question. What I'll be doing is I'll be looking at the pound US dollar today. I'll be looking at some news. I'll be telling you more about the LCMS Traders Club. I think we've seen quite a lot of improvements and features in the Traders Club as well. So, you know, we've seen everyone joining and also benefiting massively from that sessions or from that club. So let's get started. I was just sharing this before we get started. I was just sharing this in the leading up to this call. we have this trading competition that we run every month. We're on the 19th month already, so we've had 18 other winners before. This month, now we're on the 6th of May. In 6 days, Robbie is in this call. Robbie is actually is the leader right now at $1,400 and $432 profit. Number one place at 1,432, which is about 11.42% returns on his account. So, I like seeing that in terms of, not only the profit level, but it's not a ridiculous ROI number. It's not 144%, which means that he's trading consistently, he's trading quite safely, good lot sizing, good accumulation of profits there. So this is really important. This is one of the features that we have, the trading competition. We do it with SamTrade FX. The top prize winner here, so Robbie could be potentially winning $2,000 cash prize from this competition. So in this call, I see a lot of regular names, and as regular as those names come up, they are also regular winners of this competition. So, I really think that this competition has helped a lot of people, motivated and helped a lot of people trade better, trade more consistently. Okay, so that was a quick plug about a trading competition that we run. Massive benefits, $2,000 cash prize. So I wanted to jump straight into the pound US dollar now. Let me just move my thing to the side. Pound US dollar on the daily time frame. So why I look at it on a daily time frame here is because it's going to be a lot easier to view the overall move for the currency pair, and also because we have quite a number of people who trade super long term, or they invest into different properties. I know a couple of property investors in the UK who are always keen to know what the pound is doing, what is a potential upward move or downward move in the pound. So we look at it in a daily time frame to start. Pound on a daily time frame here. The last time I spoke about it, I said it was going to retest this support level before bouncing up. It did bounce up, not as high as we expected. So it just bounced up, and then it's been sitting there now. So for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days, it's been sitting at about 1.2437 level. And at that level, it's at this point where it's deciding whether it's going to go a lot higher towards the 1.28 level or drop towards the 1.21 level. What could be a deciding factor? It's really, I do believe that it could be two things. One, it's the interest rates decision coming from the Bank of England tomorrow. For the Bank of England tomorrow, we're doing a rate policy. And also on Friday, where we have the US non-farm payrolls. Because it's a pound US dollar, it's going to be affected by both news coming from the UK affecting the pound, and news coming from the US affecting the US dollar. So, just this week alone, we're going to have two of these major news that could impact the pound US dollar. So I do anticipate that we could see it sit at this level today, and then possibly tomorrow we might see some small slight fluctuations. Tomorrow night we'll see some small fluctuations before a more significant move on Friday. All right, so that could be a projection there. So I do think that we could see it move across for a while before a big upward or a downward move. At this point, I'm not going to be telling you whether it's going to move up or down. The expectation for the pound US dollar, or rather for the Bank of England, news coming from the Bank of England, is no change in rates, no change in policy, in QE policy. They're going to have a bit of a wait and see approach to their policies, probably to June or July even, before they might think of increasing QE, or evaluating from the impact of the virus or the lockdown from the virus. So they're giving a bit of time before they decide on what they want to do in terms of a monetary policy. So I do think that tomorrow's news, we could see it fluctuate a little bit, but no real direction. However, on Friday, we could see a bit of a move in terms of the US dollar because, we're going to expect pretty negative news coming from, in terms of the employment numbers coming from the US. So, I do think that we could see it move slightly now, and then on Friday, we could see a slight upward move to test the 1.28 level for the pound US dollar. So if that's that move, that could be about a 300 pip move upwards. I don't like, measuring it out with 300 over pips, I don't think it's going to move as much as 300 pips. It could move probably, let's say it could move maybe 200, 100 something to 200 pips upwards on Friday. I don't think it'll be 300 plus. So, that's the move that I'm looking for. So that's on the daily time frame. Overall, we still see it moving a little bit across with a general upward move. On H4, for those people who are trading it quite closely, if I'm going to move this a little bit more specifically, right? So we could see it move across for the next couple of days, and then after that, we could see it move a lot higher from that. All right, so we could see that happening. Trying to do too many things at one time, so bear with me. Okay, so we could see that happening. What we noticed, and what I think Hosun has highlighted in the Traders Club as well, is we do have a possibility of a straddle happening here. Market is moving, the pound is moving quite in a consolidative fashion. So, it's been moving across. A good breakout is possible here. So something to watch out for if you have attended the straddle strategy call, which strategy teaching, which I did on Monday night. This is something that we could be looking out for as well. A potential big play here. If you haven't, you should attend the Monday calls. The video will be uploaded soon, but I wanted to give it to those people who attended the call straight away. This is only for the Trader Club members who have joined the club as well. So we could see a bit of a straddle happening there. Possible upward move. I think that we could see a let me see. We could see a possible, risk of about 50 with a 200 to 250 reward. Or if it does, or if they fail to impress, we in the US, we could also see a move. Let me see. A possible 50 pips with a 150 pips downward. So we're looking at a 1 risk to 3 reward, or even a 1 risk to 4 reward. So I think, in terms of the pound, nothing happening right now, but something that could develop quite quickly over the next couple of days, being Thursday and Friday. So a lot of, things to pay attention to. That move, this move is something that could be developing quite soon. Okay, so any questions now? Let me just check the chat. Daniel with the summary. Okay, no real questions. So I'll jump into the news. So I'll give you a look at the news. Okay, before I jump into the news, I'll jump into the Traders Club first. So LCMS Traders Club, you can find us. It's a private group on Facebook where, you click join. It's $49 a month to join, or $199 a year. So at this point, what we have here is we have a lot of, we have the signals. So you get signals from the Telegram channel. Some of you come from the Telegram channel. You just get the signals alone. When you join the club, you get the signals and also the analysis, right? So we send out the signals first in this group. Then after that, we send it out to the Telegram channel. You get the analysis of why we think it's going to move up or why we think it's going to move down. The indicators, the analysis behind that. If it's hit stop loss, we'll send out to you that's hit stop loss as well. Whether it's strategy is here, coaching calls, we do live coaching calls. We have more signals there. The Euro US yesterday hit up to TP1. So at TP1, we also tell you whether to get out of a trade or whether to hold on to it, hold to TP2. So Daniel comes up with the signals and the analysis as well. We have a whole team building these signals for you right now. Kenneth comes up with the daily updates. So I do a currency call at 11 o'clock every morning here. Kenneth will give you the update at 9 o'clock, telling you whether the views are still valid, any upcoming news that you want to pay attention to, any news that's coming up, signals, analysis, charts, all there. I could be running a live trading session on Friday at 8:30. If we get 30 people who's clicked yes. Right now we are at 26, so looking for another 4 more people to click yes. If they wanted me to do a live trading session for Trader Club members, we have a currency watch list to tell you what to look out for, the news, the overview, and blog. Robbie has been quite active here, sharing news information. I do a daily currency call. Tonight we also have a coaching session. So tonight at 8:30, take note, all the members here, take note of the time change at 8:30 tonight. Daniel and Jonathan will be guiding you through the coaching of how to draw your support and resistance levels. So that's going to be quite important for your trading. This is going to be a lot more interactive, where you'll be drawing your lines. They'll be checking your lines or working through drawing your lines together. Trading straddle. So a lot of information in this Traders Club. As you go through your different trades, you have a bit of a feedback. You can ask questions, and obviously we have that trading competition where you got $2,000 cash prize as well. So at this point, I would say it's very beneficial to your trading journey. Click join, get in, ask questions, improve, trade better, make more money. Okay, so jumping into the Forex Factory here. Today we had the New Zealand news. Not much impact there. Slightly better than expected, or a lot better than expected numbers coming out from New Zealand, but we haven't seen a massive jump in the New Zealand dollar. Not huge. All right. Then tonight we have a US ADP non-farm employment change number. We're expecting horrible numbers coming from the US. So expect some weakening in the US dollar, even if it's a fluctuation, but I don't think it's going to be huge because ADP is a private number. What we're going to pay a bit more attention to is the non-farm number on Friday. So on Thursday, we have the pound monetary policy report, bank rate votes, policy summary, and official bank rate. So expected to hold at 0.1%, with no likelihood to increase or to cut or even to change the votes. I don't expect any surprises here, but we never know what's going to happen. I also don't expect them to change any of their QE, which they did in March. It was quite a significant package that came out, so they're probably going to adopt a wait and see approach. I would ignore a little bit of that news on Thursday in terms of the employment claims number, because we're going to see that coming through on Friday. President Lagarde is speaking in a Bloomberg webinar, so that'd be interesting to pay attention to, but I don't think that is going to move the market that much. She just did her analysis or her reporting last week. More importantly is Friday, where we're going to have the policy statement from the RBA, and then at night at 8:30 we're going to have a non-farm payroll, employment change, hourly rates, and unemployment rate. expected, previously it was 4.4%, expected to come out at 16% of unemployment for the US. So that's going to be quite significant. Previous was minus 701K, expected to come out 21,400K. So very bad news from the US, expected to come out. Whether it's priced in, I think it might be slightly priced in, but we'll still see some volatility coming from that news alone. So jumping back to the charts, that's why I projected that, for the next day or today, tomorrow, we could see some fluctuations, but I do expect the pound to be holding that line quite closely before a stronger move on Friday. Let me just be a bit more specific with my lines. A bit of a stronger move on Friday, possibly moving upwards towards that level. Okay, so quite short and sharp in terms of what we have coming up for the pound. Tomorrow I'll be talking about the yen. So on Thursday I talk about the yen, which is the US yen, the pound yen, the euro yen. Because yen is a reserve currency, so it's one of the reserve currencies. So we could see a lot more volatility in the yen. Or actually, no, I'll correct myself, not so much volatility in the yen. We could see some stabilization in the yen as the market seem to understand or recover a little bit from the impact of the virus and the lockdowns. As market starts opening up after lockdowns, we could see some stabilization in the yen. So it'll be interesting to walk through the analysis of what could happen to US yen, pound yen, euro yen. We've just seen yesterday a slight downward move in terms of the yen. So I'll give you some of my thoughts and ideas resulting from that. All right. So, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Aussie, so someone's come up with Aussie update after yesterday's RBA statement. So Aussie, there was no real surprise coming from the rate statement yesterday. So Aussie didn't drop as expected. There was no talk about additional QE. They were not really dovish on the market. They did say that they might need a little bit more time for the market to recover, for things to play out. So we had seen a little bit of an upward move in the Aussie because everyone expected them to come out doom and gloom. So we saw that the Aussie moved up a little bit, but not significant as well. So I would still wait for what happens on non-farm Friday. Okay, I hope that answered your question. Anyone else? If you have any other questions, put it in the chat. In the meantime, remember to get onto Facebook, jump onto the Traders Club and join there. Okay, John, you want to take over again?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I just launched a poll. You guys can feedback what you think about today's session. In the meantime, as you're doing that, thank you, Jin, for your insights on pound. Okay, in summary, there's no trade setup ready right at the moment. Okay, that could take perhaps a couple of days or end of the week when we see further updates of news developments that are going to take place, such as the NFP. All right, so tomorrow we will be going through, tomorrow's Thursday, we're going through yen and gold, as Jin has mentioned. I'm going to cover quite a lot of pairs there. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Hope to see you back tomorrow morning. And also for those Traders Club members, okay, see you guys tonight, joining me and Daniel at 8:30 for support resistance lines. Yeah, so in the meantime, just 8 of you, okay, please give us your feedback. Would like to see how we can further improve. But thank you for those who say that you enjoyed the session. So yep, hope to see you back every single day.
All right, Robbie, make sure you keep winning. Hold on to that lead, and I'm sure everyone else will be working twice as hard to take you down. So I really like that competition. I wish I could be in that competition, but you know, rest assured, none of the coaches are there, so no real advantage to us. So make sure that you take advantage of that, and then start trading. If you do need help, you know, we are also doing a one-to-one coaching. We are reaching out to everyone, especially the Traders Club members, for one-to-one coaching, for your own trading, and also if you need help with the trading competition as well. So I believe Daniel will be reaching out to each and all of you for that one-to-one coaching sessions. You know, find out more through Daniel as well. All right. So I thank you all for your time. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Oh, I hope to see all of you tonight at 8:30, as they do the coaching call, and then again tomorrow at 11 o'clock for yen and gold. Okay. So we're firing out a lot of content online. This is going to be on YouTube. This is on Facebook in the Traders Club. You know, if you like what you see, you know, feel free to share this currency call, and then also join the Traders Club and give us your feedbacks and comments. Take care now. Trade safe, trade well. Bye.